What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of CourtRoom Podcast, DJ's CourtRoom Podcast. And today, man, it's episode 25, and you already know what time it is. The NBA season is creeping up. The Aces just got knocked out the playoffs. Dak Prescott, is he doing good, or is he just playing against people that's not playing good offense or good defense? And that's all we're going to be covering today. But I want to first start off with Dak Prescott and when they played the Steelers. I want to know if y'all feel like Dak Prescott and the Cowboys had great offense, or did the Steelers have bad defense? And in my opinion, of what I seen in the highlights, the Steelers had bad defense, man. The Cowboys been trash this whole season. They just haven't been playing good in the regular season. Usually they play good in the regular season, and then the playoffs comes and then they fold. That's when everybody start making fun of them. But they have not been playing good this season. And Dak Prescott, he had fumbled the ball and everything. And who else? One of these plays, the Steelers had lost the ball, and then Dak Prescott dove into the ball. That was great effort for him. That was great, like energy for him to just go ahead and out his way and risk his body to grab that ball. He threw the winning touchdown as well, but they barely won that game. They barely won that game, and I feel like the Steelers just had bad defense towards the end of the game. Now, I want to talk about the Aces and the Liberty and their series they had playing in the semis. And Asia Wilson was being hurt. She was putting up stats. She was just being hurt. But when she got off the court, the Aces were playing better than when she was on the court. And of course, the Liberty, they got who they got? They got Sabrina and Brianna. And man, Serena and Brianna did their thing. They did what they had to do to advance their team to the finals. And it seemed like Asia Wilson was just not trying to lead her team. I'm not gonna put all the blame on her, but it just seemed like she just was not ready, and she just gotta become a better leader, a better teammate, and just make her teammates around her way better for her to advance to the finals, and not just grab individual accolades. And I'm pretty sure that's not all she's worried about, but that's all she had got this season. And I love Asia Wilson, but for you to be a legend in this game, you gotta win. And individual accolades is gonna get you too far. Now, y'all, I want to talk about the upcoming NBA season, the 2024-2025 NBA season. Some of the preseason games already been played. We got Bronny stepping on the court with his dad. We got Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum coming back. We got the Nuggets and Russ playing in his debut in the preseason with the Nuggets. Then just tonight, I think we had John Morant and the Grizzlies. John Morant coming back, and then guess what? This man got injured again. This man tweaked his ankle. Then he gonna keep playing, and he gonna aggravate it. Like, what do you do? It's the preseason. What did you still going on the court for? The first time if I get hurt and hurt my ankle, I'm automatically out of the game. I'm automatically out of the game. Like, I'm not coming back until the first game of the season. It's preseason. You know what you're capable of. You know what your ability is. What is the point of playing preseason? I understand to get your legs warm, but if you get injured and it's a minor injury, I'm not finna aggravate it. Anyways, I'm just excited for the NBA season to come back, and I just want to give y'all my preview on what the season I feel like is going to be like, how the NBA Cup is going to turn out, who's going to get these individual accolades, who's going to go to the playoffs, who's going to win the championship, all that, who's going to win MVP, most improved, rookie, all that. So I want to cover that. Now, the beginning of the season, I feel like the best team of this season, from what I'm looking at right now, is going to be the Celtics. The reason why I say the Celtics is because they have chemistry, they still have all their core together, and that's all I really got to say about that team. Yeah, the Nuggets is in the mix. Who else? The Sixers, the Knicks. But we haven't seen the Sixers and the Knicks play together with their new people, with the new teammates. So that's why I'm not putting them first. But my top three teams is the Celtics, the Nuggets, and probably the Mavericks. Because the Celtics and the Mavericks both came out of the finals. And I say the Nuggets because the Nuggets is always in the mix. And then who I feel like is going to win the NBA Cup in the middle of the season is probably the Lakers again. I'm not going to lie. Either the Lakers or the Nuggets. And the reason why I say that is because, like, LeBron and the Lakers just know how to play under pressure. They know how to play when it's just a one and done. When it's just a win or go home situation. They know how to pull it through. They know how to put aces in places. They know how to run the plays the right way. I just feel like they're gonna win it again. And who I feel like is gonna win most improved? Zion. I already said that in the other episode. And who I feel like is going to win Defensive Player of the Year, probably, I'll say Ant-Man can really win that. If he put his mind to it, he could really win Defensive Player of the Year this year. If he just has his mindset on, okay, I'm locking on defense. Every game I go out there, I'm going to put my best effort out there on the defensive end. So I feel like it's going to be Ant-Man with the Defensive Player of the Year. And then the MVP, I don't know. It could be anybody. But I'm gonna say JT just because of all the hate he was getting, just because of all the stuff he was going through this summer with him not winning Finals MVP, him getting benched 2 games in the Olympics. I feel like that is really giving him motivation and hyping him up to want to like step on people's necks this season and just be that killer this season and not that silent assassin. Just, I feel like that is going to make him like come out and just not care about nobody. Now, what the playoffs I feel like it's going to look like is basically the same teams that was in there last year. You got the 76ers. Now, New Orleans might sneak in. Grabbing DeJounte Murray, that was a great pickup. But Celtics, 76ers, Cavs, Orlando, Knicks, Bucks, Pacers, yeah, all those teams gonna go to the playoffs in the East. Then you got on the West, Lakers, Mavs, Grizzlies, Timberwolves, Nuggets, New Orleans. Not the Clippers this time. I'm sorry. Not the Clippers this time. Suns. Probably Houston. Houston got a deep squad too. Probably Houston. But those are the teams I feel like is going to go to the playoffs on the West and the East. And my preview on the NBA Finals, or who's going to make it on the East and the West, from what everything is looking like before the season starts, I'm going to give the East to either the Celtics, the Knicks, or the 76ers. It's going to be either one of those three teams. And it's going to depend on who's healthy in the playoffs. That's what that's going to be about. Because they're all great talent-wise. But it's going to come down to who's healthier. The West is going to come down to teams Nuggets, Timberwolves, and Mavs. It's going to come down to those three teams, and it's going to be the same concept. Injuries. Who's healthy? That is what you need to have in the NBA. You need to have your squad as healthy as possible. If your squad is not healthy, if your team is not healthy, you're not winning nothing. You got to make sure they have the best diet, they have the best workout routine, they have the best everything so they can keep their body in shape. And I don't know who's going to win it all. We all never know. So, but that's my preview for who I feel like is going to make the finals. So now, that's it for this episode, man. Episode 25. I want to share with y'all my preview on the upcoming NBA season. I want to share with y'all about the game with the Cowboys and the Steelers. I want to share with y'all about the Aces and the Liberty. I just want to share with y'all about these big things that's happening. Yes, I'm still covering football. Yes, I'm still covering the WNBA, even though it's one more game in the semifinals and then, the finals. But I'm definitely covering all these sports. I'm definitely trying to look a lot into football still and highlights and trying to catch games. And I'm going to give y'all more information about football games and more to talk about on this podcast, and not just the NBA, all because it's coming up. And then when the season starts with basketball, I'm going to be looking more into college basketball as well. I'm going to try to find a team. I'm definitely going to be looking at those games. And this podcast is going to grow, and we're all going to grow. So stay tuned, subscribe, like, comment on all the videos. Make sure you let a friend know, or a family member, or anybody to subscribe to my podcast and let us grow. So once we get to a point where I'm able to give back to y'all, my supporters, that time will come. But we have to push and help each other out to grow. So I'll see y'all in the next episode. Peace.